These demolitions has obviously rendered thousands of people homeless. People who left their states, people who left their communities as a result of the insecurities ravaging the country are now being displaced because of this insensitivity of the FCT minister. Despite the widespread protests by Abuja people over the demolition of properties by the FCT minister, Wike seems not to be given a listening ear to what they are saying. He seems unperturbed. He seems not to be reasoning towards the direction of humanity.
Yes, when we live here, that's where we're Your Excellency, this is the location of the end of the contract that was commissioned. And this will be the start of the new project which you are trying to engage to see to extension of the two main carriageways up to the Oklahoma junction. Yes. Yes, that has not been awarded. And I thought this is the best point to show. Yes. They have, on the extreme end is the left-hand service carriageway, which they are working on, which when we leave here is where we are going to monitor the progress of that work. And then this also forms the position where, in your opinion, these two main carriageways should be extended to Lokogoma, which is Ring Road 2. Lokogoma Junction is what they call it, but yes. With the, in fact, one of the complaints now from them is moving along on the side that will lead us to Lokogoma Junction. That is past ShopRite up on the settlement junction also is heavily trafficked. I said this will form a very good basis to even make a clear understanding why this road must be expanded and
yes, the road must be expanded.
Yes.
Where would you get the money from?
You know how to get your money. But at the point I was wondering, but now I've ceded to you. You know how to get your money.
What have you discussed with them about this one? This one.
You mean main carriageway?
To be two mechanics.
Yes.
No, at least that's where we're down.
The institution to us, money to you. Fund to you.
So we'll just pass by.
What do we expect going forward?
Well, it's still what we have said about the New Hope agenda to open up all areas of Abuja. Just to test where we are and look at the joy of the people that we have come to attend to this particular area. And that's what we are seeing every day. All looks and credits, everybody wants their own area to be touched. We came up from the Osaks too. Now, you see what CGT is doing on the dual carriage, two-lane. Now, we want to expand because that alone will not reduce the traffic as we want it. So there's the need that we have to do another 6 lanes to take it down to what they are doing. In that case, we'll be able to have reduced into Lokogoma. Then in that case, we'll be able to reduce the traffic up to 90-95%. Like I've said, it is the directive from Mr. President to see that all areas, not only the city, but also in the satellite towns, are all opened up with road infrastructure. You will not believe it now that all the roads we are doing in satellite towns are going to be provided with solar light, which has never happened. So it's wonderful. We're happy with what we're seeing, and we're happy with what the contractors are doing. Indeed, the New Hope agenda is a reality, is working. People can see with their eyes. It's not that you are told.
Okay, I recall that previously, when we visited that Apple Road, you expressed your displeasure. But are you confident in the contractor?
Very much confident. Of course, you remember that they did the powerhouse area, going to Asokoro, with what they have done there. And what we saw now, look at the level of the stone base. And when she know that they also put 2 layers of asphalt, binding and wearing costs. We are very comfortable with them.
As part of your commitment to ensure a speedy completion of most of these roads, this Apple mechanic, some months ago, the head that ordered the relocation of people there to Wasa. How soon are they going to be relocated?
Well, the committee is doing their work, but you know that the road is going to pass through that area, so that's not going to be a problem. We have told them, and when we get to that point, they have no choice but to leave. It's for the interest of everybody. It's not for anybody's particular interest, for everybody, for the public. So just be assured that everything will be done.
Welcome, Your Excellency. I don't know, maybe something we find from development control. This is... Okay. Your Excellency, this is the junction of Olandi Podia Way. This we call Road S20. That is where we're extending to. And that is the Director Marere Way, which somewhere around Sidek Range, to okay. Stop because we wanted to show you also. Yes, it leads to Gudu Market, and that is one of the crowd pulling road. And then this leads to Apple Legislative Quarters. This road leads to go round in a loop. Please let me have this. You need electrical power supply to it. And this is yes. Yes. So we are standing just at this junction. So you can see. Yes. All the complementary engineering facilities, because there are heavy development of facilities around.
So we are not expanding.
We are just extending. No, it's a free corridor. And the corridor is preserved. The only thing around here, we have a village obstruction, which we thought we would like to take you there, depending on your time. And then around here, there is a heavy rock, after which around the school there is a plantation, before we can get the loop also.
And then let them school.
Okay.
Then do their measurement. But 1 week is enough. You know why?
Process.
You can imagine the weather we have. We don't know what will happen next year.
Utilize the drive.
So we need to utilize luckily we're doing this by emergency. So so what we utilize if we lose it, then it's gone. So we want to let's see management can start.
Yes. wasan yara za ka jira kamar ɗakin kara.
Yes, you know, we started a special operation based on the directive of the Honorable Minister FCT Barrister Wike to ensure that the city center is rid of every form of nuisances and criminalities. And because of the concern of the FCT administration, there was a special task team that was established called Operation Sweep, headed by the Commissioner of Police FCT, CP Olatunji Disu. And we've been working from day one, which were during the inauguration, and this is day 9th that we are out here at Ruga. We have 4 sectors like we mentioned before now, and the 4 sectors are covering different parts of the FCT simultaneously. But presently, this sector is at Ruga village, where we have a lot of shanties and illegal structures on people's plots of land. And it has been established over time that these shanties harbors criminal elements and all those unauthorized people going into activities that are abominable to the law of the land. And that's why we are here this morning to ensure that we remove it. And you should see it's also close to the rail corridor. And we must always make the rail corridor safer for all those who are using the metro line. And that's why this is being removed this morning, because you know they've had incidences of vandalism of the rail track and the rest, and arrests have been made. But coming here to remove this unplanned settlement and shanties will also improve security of the rail track and the rail corridor.
Over time, we know that these operations have been ongoing, right? But is there some sort of, would the FCTA be taking some sort of step, another dimension to ensure that this doesn't repeat itself? Because you know when you destroy, they'll still come back and lay their foundation and all of that. So will you be taking maybe a more stringent step?
Yes, you know, like I made mention of, the operation is a holistic operation that covers different activities. Like for this particular place where we are removing the illegal shanties and the structures, the Honourable Minister have categorically said it that all those who own plot of land should develop it or face revocation. And we believe, and most of them here have complained over time, that the reason why they've not been able to have access to their plot of land is because of these shanties and the criminal elements that are here. They've tried to take over their plot of land in time past and they've come under severe attack. But today the administration have come with this tax team to help them clear this place of those shanties. So we expect the owners of the plot of land here to immediately take over the plot of land and start development. Because if you allow, if you don't take over it, the illegal settlers can also still return back here. So, and remember, like I said, the FCT minister have also said that it will be revoked if they refuse to take over the plot of land.
You've been given several warnings not to erect structures, but somehow, once they come demolished and they go back, you can still erect your structures. Can you tell us why?
Well, for me, all of this is a joke. Yeah, I think I will answer your question. I think one thing is very important. We are Nigerian citizens. We live in the FCT. We contribute a lot to the socio-economic development of this of the FCT, but nobody knows. All we come across all the time is people coming to just tell us to leave. Nobody even wants to know why we're living here. So I think for fairness, it's important you hear more from us than just coming to tell us to leave or tell us we are living in an illegal environment.
But this land belongs to someone else, isn't it?
Yes, it's because not all of us can live in expensive houses in the FCT. And we like I said, we contribute a lot to the FCT. There's a reason why we have to come here. So it's not something, there's a lot I want to say, but it's not something. I say we contribute to the socio-economic development. You said?
In what sense?
Some of us are farmers, some of us are drivers, some of us are bricklayers. We do a lot of things. Most of these beautiful houses built in Abuja are built by some of us. But we cannot live in those houses.
Laborers.
Different kind of things. You understand? There are so many things that we do, a lot of us. But nobody wants to even know. All they tell us all the time is, you people are living in illegal areas, leave this place. Why are we living here? Don't we have?
Tell us, go ahead.
Yeah, because we cannot afford other places.
Why don't you move to
The satellite towns.
You said?
Why don't
Transportation is an issue. How much will I spend in a month if I'm living? Do I know how much you earn? Do you know how much I earn?
So you're saying you can't...
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. If I'm a laborer, for example, and per day I earn 4,000 naira, how much food am I going to eat? If I live in Nyanya, for example, how much will I spend from Nyanya to town if I'm to build somebody's house in Maitama?
What's that appeal?
Exactly. Look at houses in Wike here. Most houses built in Wike, even this site, it's people, laborers, they get laborers from here. You just trek to your site. So 4,000 naira might have some value for you.
So the appeal you're making to government, that's
you said?
What's the proposition to the federal government?
Yes, we have been in this community for over 20 years. Over 20 years. We have been demolished they've come for demolition here more than 20 times. Listen, please. Please, yeah, nobody is talking to you now. They've come here more than 20 times, and we are still here. We're appealing to the government. We're appealing to the government. We would want a resettlement. Whatever condition they can give us to resettle us, I think we are ready to accept those conditions. This is just our appeal.
Are you ready to vacate this?
Because we are not ready, we can be ready to vacate, but we're not ready to leave Abuja.
Okay.
And we will always want to find a place to put our heads. So it means demolition will continue. So I think it's important for us to come to terms with the government. Let's all understand, nobody is fighting anyone. We would need to have an understanding between us and the government.
Your name and name of...
My name is Ibrahim. I am the secretary. Ibrahim Yusuf. I'm the secretary of Ruga Community.
The place of empathy in the minds of Wike seems to be long dead, because Wike is unperturbed with the protest and the call that he should take a look into the demolition that is displacing many and rendering them homeless in Abuja. Wike is going about supervising his project, paying deaf ears to these protesters. However, one of his officials has come out to give reasons why this demolition is being carried out. These demolitions has obviously rendered thousands of people homeless. People who left their states, people who left their communities as a result of the insecurities ravaging the country are now being displaced because of this insensitivity of the FCT minister.